Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Fabulous Friday. It's not quite 10 o'clock, so I'm just going to wait another minute or so to get started. But if anybody is there with me, please pop on and say hi so I know I've got some friends who are going to be joining me this morning. I've got some fun things to show you. I'm really excited. So it's a lovely day in our neighborhood. We were supposed to have snow. We didn't get any snow. It's good. It's good. I think we're done for snow. And even if it comes, if we have a snowstorm, it won't last long. Spring is here. Spring is here. It's very exciting. Very, very exciting. The sun is out. Sky is blue. It is cold in my neck of the woods, though. It is cold. But that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's almost 10 o'clock, and as soon as it's 10 o'clock, we will start. Oh, Lisa, good morning. Yay, thank God it is Friday. Yes, it is. Yay, 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 yay. I'm so glad you popped on. Okay, it is 10 o'clock. Here we go. It is Fabulous Friday. Lisa's with me. Anybody else pop on and say hi? I have lots to show you this morning. And what I'm first going to do, remember last week I told you that I was going to show you how to use the new gilded leafing from Stampin' Up. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at that gold leaf. It's beautiful. So I'm going to show you how to do that. But before I get into that, into the cards for this week, I have to do a little bit of application here first. So let me give you a sneak peek of the card. This is the card. This is not a porch pickup card. This is, well, let me just show you this. This is the one with the gilded leaf on it. Isn't that beautiful? I absolutely love it. Love, love, love it. So the first thing that I have to do is I have to apply some adhesive. You can use this gilded leaf. Good morning, Kathy. Thank you for popping on. Thank you very much. So the gilded leaf needs to be used with a wet glue. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Tombow glue, and I've already stamped this flower. This is from Art Gallery, and I've used Mary Merlot and Flirty Flamingo and Mossy Meadow. So I've already stamped this. I've popped the flower. I cut it out with the die cuts, and I popped it on with dimensionals. But now I'm going to take my Tombow. Good morning, Helene. Thank you for joining. Good morning, good morning. All right, so now I'm going to take the Tombow, and I'm just going to add a little bit of Tombow wherever I want some gilded leaf. So let me just put some little pieces here, little streaks of it, here, hither and yon. Not a ton, but just enough. Okay, see how I put that on? There you go. You can see that. Thank you, Kathy. It is pretty. It's really pretty. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this now. I'm going to set this aside. That has to dry, and then we'll get back to that. Okay, all right. So here are the two cards that we have for today. Two easy, simple cards, and I think they're wicked fun. First of all, this is the one that I copied from, gosh, I'm so upset. I can't remember the demonstrator's name. But anyway, good morning, Nancy. Thank you for popping on. But I love this card because it's a simple note card, quick, easy, and it adds a little pop with the little dragonfly. And I used the Scripty embossing folder for the background here. So I'm going to show you how to do this one first. And then this is the second one. And I still cannot get enough of these chicks. So anyway, this is one with the Hey Birthday chick, and I will show you how to make that in a little bit too. All right, so let's start with this one first. So let me move this out of the way, and let me get all of my supplies over here. And the first thing, of course, that we need is the Whisper White cardstock. And again, I've got it all cut and scored, and now I want to make sure that I have a nice crisp fold here. Let me see if I can do this. There we go. Nice crisp fold. Then the next thing is I'm going to take a piece of Highland Heather cardstock. This is 5 1/4 by 4. And I'm going to take my adhesive. I've got my Stamp and Seal this morning. And I love my Stamp and Seal. It's wicked awesome. I love it. It's wicked sticky. Good morning, Ree. Oh, how nice of you to join us this morning. Thank you so much for popping in. Okay, so here we go. Highland Heather. That layer goes on just like that. Now, the next layer is going to be the piece of Whisper White, which is 5 by 3 3/4. And I already ran it through the Scripty embossing folder, and I think you can see that. Now, this gives a really nice, there's a shadow here. I don't know why there's a shadow here. I don't think I can get this. Let me see. Whoa, whoops. Let me see if I can get that over there. Okay. Anyway, so, oh, I still have that shadow. I don't know why. I don't know how to get rid of it. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, here is the Scripty folder, and it gives a very subtle background. And because this is a note card, I thought this was quite appropriate. So I'm going to add some adhesive again to this. And you notice every once in a while I have to rub it on my silicone pad, and that's because it's not applying. But if you run it on your silicone pad, all of a sudden it's like magic and it works. All right. And there we go. Oops, make sure I get the words right. If you look at the Scripty embossing folder, you can definitely see the words. And it's, I don't know what it says, but I could read it if I want, but I don't want to read it. I just want it for the background. Okay, so that's that. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to take a piece of scrap paper, and I am going to take Early Espresso ink, and I'm going to take the butterfly from the Dragonflower Garden series, and I'm going to just stamp this. This is a red rubber stamp, so I don't need my pierce pad. And I'm going to close up my ink because you know how I am. I'm a very, very messy stamper, but that's okay. All right, now I'm going to take my markers, and this time I decided to use Granny Apple Green, Balmy Blue, Light Balmy Blue, and Dark Highland Heather. And I'm going to start with the Highland Heather, and I'm just going to add a couple of strokes like this. See, I'm just going to, let me make this a little bit there, just like this. Okay, that's good. Then I'm going to come in with the Granny Apple Green and just cover it a little bit hither and yon. Not always, because I'm going to, not the entire thing, because I am going to use Balmy Blue right now. And I'm going to just fill it in a little bit. Just a little bit. Little light strokes, because it's a dragonfly and their wings are translucent. And it just looks pretty like that. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to take my Wink of Stella, and I'm going to use the Wink of Stella as the blending pot. And I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can see it. But it's very subtly blending those three colors together. Not completely. I don't want them to completely blend together. I just want them to meld on the wings, these very delicate wings of the dragonfly, like that. How's that? Done deal. And then just do a little bit down here. Done. Now I am going to take the punch, the dragonfly punch. Hi Terry, good morning. Nice to see you. I'm so glad you could join in. All right, let me bring this out just a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to punch this out. Oh, Terry, I'm glad you're on because I'm going to be doing the gilded leafing, and I know you were interested in that. So here we go. All right, so here is my dragonfly punch. I'm going to punch this out, and then I'm going to also take a piece of vellum. Where's my vellum? Well, for heaven's sakes. Oh, here it is, right in front of me. Duh. Okay, and I'm going to pop this out too, a piece of the vellum. And then what I'm going to do is move this out of the way. And I'm going to take my glue dots, and I am going to take my pick-me-up tool, and I'm going to add some glue dots to the dragonfly, to the vellum part right here. Can you see that? Actually, I probably should put it on a piece of colored paper so you can see it better. How's that? That's better, right? Yes? Okay, there we go. So 2 pieces will do fine. And then I'm going to take those little pieces off with my little pick-me-up tool. This is the flap for the envelope. And I'm going to take my bone folder, and I'm just going to very gently curl the dragonfly wings like that. And then I'm going to put this on like this. And then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to put a few more pieces of glue dots, a couple more, maybe three glue dots on like this. Pop these off like that. And then, oops, one more, like that. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it on my card like about right here. And even though these wings are bent up like this and you can see the vellum underneath. Hi, Sandy! Yay! Good morning, Sandy. I'm so glad you popped on. Alrighty, from warm, sunny Florida. Well, it's sunny here, not warm, but sunny for sure. And then what I did was I took a message, the world is better because of you, and I used my rectangle dies, cut it out, took a piece of the Highland Heather cardstock, and I'm going to apply this right like this on top. And this is actually from, let's see, what is this from? This is from, this is from the Hydrangea Haven set, which is a really beautiful stamp set which has absolutely gorgeous dies with it. But it's also got some very beautiful messages, and that's why I chose to use this one. All right, and then what I did was I cut this Highland Heather an 1/8 of an inch or a 1/16 of an inch all the way around like that. Good morning, Jean. Again, 66 degrees in your neck of the woods in Florida. Oh, you poor thing, 66. If it was 66 here in Massachusetts, we would be wicked excited, wouldn't we, all of us, our New Englanders. All right, so I'm going to put this on the bottom like that. And then I'm going to take, last thing, I'm going to take one of these gold glitter enamel dots. And I'm just going to put a tiny little one right here. Like right here. And there you have it. Isn't that a pretty card? Isn't that a beautiful note card? And then, of course, I have to have the envelope decorated. And I took a piece of the Highland Heather and I ran it through the Scripty folder. And I'm going to simply put some adhesive on this envelope flap. And voila, we've got this done. I'm a wicked nut about envelope flaps or envelope liners. I haven't done an envelope liner in a while. Maybe I'll do an envelope liner next week. I want to make sure that I've got the words on this straight, and I do. There we go. And then I'm going to take my little snipperinis and just pull this off like such. How easy was this and fast? And this would make a beautiful set of boxed cards. Now, I have a couple friends who are making cards for Christmas, box sets of cards already right now for Christmas presents. So there you go. I'm looking at sun, and we didn't get that snow. Yes. Amen to that, Helene. There you go. Okay, so there's the first one. Easy, easy, easy. All right, now let us move on to... I can't even talk about it without laughing because it's so funny. If you look at these little chicks, they are so darn cute. The expression on that face, if you can see it really close up. Let me see if you can see. Look at that face and the little nose. That little chick is going in to peck on that cupcake, get a little, decide if she likes that or not. Look how cute. Look how messy her hair is too. Adorable. Okay, all right, so let's do this one. Of course, we're going to start with a base of cardstock. The usual 8.5 by 5.5 cut, scored. There we go. Now, the next thing I did was I took a piece of cardstock. Now, let me show you. I use these, I use the Playing with Patterns Designer Series paper, and I've got a whole bunch of them that I'm going to be using for this project because I've been very busy with porch pickups. And so in this situation, let me just show you. These are the options. Yeah, I love the chicks too, Lisa. So there are going to be lots of options. So if you are going to get any of my porch pickups this week, you will get a combination of the designer papers that I've got here. But they all match. You'll either be using Calypso. I'll either use Calypso Coral or Crushed Curry as the background piece, whatever. But they all match. So for this one, I took a piece of crushed curry. Here's the crushed curry. And what I'm going to do is take a piece of this designer paper. I took this designer paper that had all of the beautiful circles and shapes, and I'm going to add some adhesive to this. And again, when you're using the Stampin' Seal, you don't have to press hard. You don't have to press hard at all. I think you get in trouble when you press hard. So there we go. Equidistant all the way around on that. And then I'm going to take the base of the card, which is here, and I am going to add this to it. And I want to see how that ink is drying. The Tombow ink, it looks like it's drying very nicely. That'll be good. Okay, so here we go. This layer goes on now, like that. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of Whisper White cardstock and I ran it through the Happy Die. This is the Happy Die. And what you technically do is you place it on your paper cardstock however you want it. You can have it this way, you can have it cattywampus, and that's exactly what I did. I decided to make it a cattywampus layer. So there it is. I cut it out, and I actually, on this one, I cut out my paper, my designer paper, a little smaller than, this layer, a little bit smaller, so that you can see more of the designer paper. See the difference between the original? This has a little bit, and you can see the designer paper through the word happy, but on this I decided to cut this just 1/4 of an inch smaller, so you get to see more of the designer paper around here. All right, so again, I'm going to put some adhesive on this. Just a little, and nothing on the word happy. You don't want to do that. You don't need to. Okay. All right, now I'm going to place this on my cardstock, equidistant all the way around, like that. And, oh, you know what? Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I'll be able to do what I have to do. Okay, so there we go. All right, so that's that. Then the next thing I did was I stamped and cut with one of the dies the little chick, and now I'm going to color this. This little chick is so cute. Oh my God, I can't stand how cute it is. There's the nose, and then I think I'm going to do a little bit, just a little bit of, wait a minute, let me bring this in just a little so you can see. Okay. So I'm just going to do a little bit of light, just some lightness here on the chick, like that. And I'm going to do this here for the little leglets. I'm going to come back with that soft color in a minute. I'm going to use Light Mango Melody in pot. I'm going to do that with some of his hair, her feathers. You know, we have neighbors, the Casses up the street have chickens. They're absolutely gorgeous. I've never really had a full appreciation for chickens until I went and met my neighbors, and then we got introduced to their family of chickens, and they're absolutely gorgeous. And the eggs that they lay are, oh my God, they're so beautiful. They're all different colors, speckled. They're just gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to come in with a little tiny bit of dark here, just a little bit around this, just like that, a little bit here. And then I'm going to come back with my light soft suede and fill this in, just blend it in a little bit. And again, I'm the one-way girl with the pens. I don't like to go back and forth because I think that I'm probably an aggressive colorer, and so I could easily pill this paper, and I don't want to pill the paper. So if I just go in one direction, I'm a happy camper. And there we go, like that. Okay, now that looks good. Now I'm going to color her little feet in, this is Pumpkin Pie. Look at that, how cute that is. Anybody else out there like to color besides me? I think I'm a lunatic for coloring. All right, then, now I have to color, let's see, I'm going to use Rococo Rose for the cupcake frosting. Yum, yum, yum. And then I think I'm going to add some, let's see, I'll make this cupcake liner two different colors. I'll go with the Balmy Blue, and I think I'll use some green as well. Granny Green. And then the candle is going to get a gold flame. Oops, wrong end. There we go, like this. And I think we'll do, let's see, we'll do a blue candle. How's that? And then the little face, I'm going to do the little face in Daffodil Delight. Just a little bit like that. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I just think it's so darn cute. All right, so let me add some dimensionals to this because we're going to pop this little one up with dimensionals. And then we're going to add the balloon. Now, where's the little balloon? Now, what I did was, let me show you this. When you use a piece of designer paper and you're making a card like this and you want to make sure that you have an envelope liner, what you first want to do is you want to cut this to 3 3/4 inches, because if you cut it to 3 3/4 inches, then you're going to have a piece that's 2 1/4 inches, and that is going to be your envelope flap. You're also going to have another little piece left over like this, and that's what I did to pop up, to cut out the balloon. Coloring is very relaxing, Helene. I totally agree. So there is my balloon, and here is my envelope flap. But what I'm first going to do is I am going to come over here, and I'm going to take a piece of linen thread, and I'm just going to kind of measure. Let's see. Well, first of all, let me just tie it on here. I'm going to make a bow on her rear end here with the feathers like this. And I'm going to just make a bow. And I've still got it attached to the skein, so I don't waste a lot. All right, so we're going to put this in like this. Oh, it just makes me happy. Okay, so there's that. Now let me just take my little ribbon scissors and cut this down just a little tiny bit. Now I'm just going to kind of measure. I need to have about this much. So we're going to cut this off. Now what I first should have done, but I didn't, but that's okay. This is not a mistake. I'm just going to lift up the letter P, and I'm going to bring my linen thread through this, and I think I'll wrap it one more time. Let's wrap it around here. And I'm shocked that this is working so well, because usually when I do something like this, I have to say, oops, I made a mistake. All right, so there's that. Perfect. See, I've got it looped through. I'm glad, Lisa. All right, now I'm going to put, when you look at these stamp sets, they're so darn cute. Oh, my God. All right, so then a little dimensional on the back of the balloon. Take that off. And now I'm going to bring this up here, and I'm just going to kind of loop it about like such. And I'm going to pop that on just like that. And with my little snips or my ribbon scissors, I'm just going to cut that off. I'll tuck this little piece in like this. There we go. Just like that. Press that down. And then I'm going to take these dimensionals off, and I'm going to plant this little chicken on the front of the card. Like this. There we go. Just like that. Can you imagine a chicken in a chicken yard with a cupcake? Okay, all right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my my Wink of Stella. Oh, what happened here? My Wink of Stella has some color on it. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, it doesn't matter. There we go. Wink of Stella. I'm going to make the happy, a nice, shiny happy. And I'm also going to add some color to my little... Oh, God, I can't stand it. All right, so this little guy is going to get all colored too. Yeah, all right, let me concentrate. I should be more professional here. No, I shouldn't. I have to be myself. This is me. All right, so there we go. And, of course, the cupcake has to have it. Actually, I think I might even put some crystal effects on the cupcake. There we go. How cute is that? Let me just add a little bit of color. You know, I don't know. This probably had a little bit of ink on it, but you know what? I don't care. It's fine. It's totally fine. And then, okay, so there's the card. All right, there's the card. Look at that silly little chick. All right, now the inside. Of course, I have to do the inside. And what I chose to do was use the Calypso Coral ink because it happens to match the designer paper. And then I took Happy Birthday, You're Still a Spring Chicken. And I'm going to stamp the inside of this. Let's get that little piece of whatever that is off. Okay, right there. And there you go. How cute is that? Adorable, right? And then, of course, you have to come and get the envelope flap done. And here is the envelope. And here is my flap. And here is my stamp and seal. There we go. Put this flap on and see, you get maximum use out of these 6x6 pieces of designer paper. I love it. And my little snipperinis once again. And you have a really cute envelope flap. And somebody is going to get a big chuckle when they go to the mailbox and pick this out. Actually, you know what? I have another idea. I'm going to take the chick, and I'm going to take the early espresso. What did I do with that ink? Oh, here it is. I'm going to do this on the outside. All right, here is my cute little chickie, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add it on the outside of the envelope too. All right, there it is. So there is the envelope, and there is the card. Now, of course, for porch pickup, this is going to have to be a porch pickup plus. So that means you're going to have to come to my house. I'll give you a 15-minute block. You can stamp all the images with my stamps, my ink, and then take everything home and assemble it. But there you have it. How cute are these? Aren't these adorable? This one. And then, where's my other one? What did I do with it? And then this one. So these are my porch pickups, my friends, for this week. All right, so just let me know who's interested in that. Okay, so, and yes, I will be putting some crystal effects on this cupcake later on because I think it needs a little bit more shine and glimmer. It's adorable. If you go online and look and see what people are doing with the Hey Chick bundle, it's phenomenal. It's just crazy. Okay, so now let's go back to this card. All right, let me go here, and let me go here. Let me go here. All right, so here is the card that I'm going to show you how to use the gilded leafing. Now, I love this card. I think this is beautiful. This is the Art Gallery Designer Series paper that I've used. So let me bring that in, and I'll just get this all set to show you. Again, this is a card already cut and scored. Then onto that, I'm going to put a piece of Mary Merlot, which I haven't used in a really long time. I was really happy that the designer paper in this set had used Mary Merlot as one of the colors because it's one color that I think of for the fall, not necessarily just for the fall, but it's one that I don't use a ton. So I was thrilled when I saw that they used this. So here is a piece of Mary Merlot for the top. And then what I did was, now I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock that I ran through the painted texture and embossing folder. And then I took a piece of the designer paper, the Art Gallery designer paper, and cut this. This is 1 3/4 by 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some adhesive on this one. And again, with this embossing folder, you can use either side you want because really and truly it's probably the same concavity and convexity on either side. It's one of those evenly distributed embossing folders. So let's put this on. over here on the left like that. And then here is the designer paper. And one more piece. And make sure that you have it the right side up, which when I first did this, I didn't, but now I do. There we go, like that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to get this piece that we first started out with. Now remember, what I did was I took the Tombow glue and I put Tombow at various spots in lines, in little lines. Now when this dries, it has a bit of tackiness, and that's what you need. So then what you do is you're going to take your gilded leaf. Now here's a little trick. This is what I'm going to show you. What I did was I took this container, I got another container, a plastic container like this with some depth to it, and I added about 1/4 of the gilded leaf to this container because this is staticky. It's very staticky, so you want to make sure, and it's a little bit of a mess, but don't worry about that. But if you do it this way, you'll be fine. So then you're going to just take the cover off, and you're going to take your image. And all you have to do is just, you can either take a spoon and sprinkle on top, or you can do it like this and then lift it up. Now, there's a mess, right? But not to worry. You're going to take your paintbrush and you're going to brush it off right back into this container. Easy, easy, easy. And you want to use a paintbrush because the bristles will splay out a little bit and get the gilding off where it's not supposed to be, but it'll make it stick to the places that it is supposed to stick to. So see how easy this is? Easy, easy, easy. And I'm not getting it on my hands and I'm not getting it on my table. It just works really nicely if you've got this little container to put it in. Well, little container, it's not so little, it's actually a good size, but you've got plenty of space. So you just keep brushing until you get the excess off, which I have right now, and there you go. Now let me, before I cause another mess, because you know me, I'm messy, I'm going to put this cover back on. But there, it's all self-contained, perfect. All right, so then, isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that good? Now you can use the gilded leafing with all different kinds of adhesive, as long as it's a wet adhesive. A wet adhesive like fine tip glue, the Tombow glue. You can use heat and stick powder, which works well. And as a matter of fact, last night I tried to find the heat and stick powder. In the process of moving things downstairs to the new studio, I couldn't find it. So I said, that's okay, we'll use the Tombow glue. You can also use dimensionals. You can use glue dots. I'll show you probably next week another version of this. But anyway, all right, so let's go back to this and let me finish this card. So there is that, and here is the card, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my adhesive and I'm going to put some adhesive on this. And there we go. And then I'm just going to put this on like this, probably pull it over a little bit like that, so I have more of the designer paper showing. And then I have the message that says thank you right here. And I'm going to put that on with a dimensional. Actually, I'm going to cut these in half because the width of this is just a little bit. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use one of the edges because we don't waste anything in Stampin' Up, right, people? You don't have to heat the... No, you do not. You do not, because the gilding, it's like gold leaf. So all you have to do is put it on a wet adhesive. Now, if you're going to use heat and stick powder, yes, you will have to heat that up. All right, wait a minute. There it goes, just like this. I'm going to put it on like that. Okay, but for this, all I did was I took my Tombow glue And then I just made, I don't know if Terry, if you were here in the beginning, but I just took lines of the Tombow glue, and then you let it set. It's got to dry. You have to let this dry. But when it dries very tacky. Like, you know, if you took your finger and touched the back of a dimensional, or if you touched the back of a glue dot, it's tacky. You need that tackiness. So when you put on your gold leaf, it sticks to it right away. There, easy. And then you just take your brush and pat it down and spread out the, you know, let the paintbrush actually do the work. Now you can do that. You can use heat and stick powder, and that works really, really well too. But like I said, I couldn't find mine last night. But anyway, there's that card. Isn't that beautiful? Now, in a couple of weeks, I am going to do a class, a product class, where people can get the heat and stick powder and they can get the gilded leafing. And we'll probably make cards from the Art Gallery stamped Art Gallery bundle, but it's beautiful. Isn't that pretty? Okay, friends, so that's that. So I showed you that. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you was this month's Paper Pumpkin came in. I'm loving this. This is really cute. And by the way, you get some really neat things. They give you four stencils: stars, sunburst, mountains, and clouds, which I thought were really cute, plus a sponge, plus the ink, which this ink this month is Calypso Coral, Coral Calypso, Calypso Coral, and then the all of the supplies needed to make these cards. They're very, very pretty. I think these would be really, really pretty for a gift set as well. But I'm going to do that Wednesday night, a Zoom class, Wednesday night, 6:30. If anybody wants to pop on, that would be fun to have you. I would love to have you pop on. Even if you don't have a paper pumpkin kit, you can do whatever you want. We'll craft for an hour together. I really enjoy crafting with my friends. So that's that story there. So that's it. So, my friends, once again, here are the two cards for porch pickup this week. Let me know if you, oops. Not upside down though. There we go. Okay, like that. There you go. The chick and the dragonfly note card. All right, my friends? So I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. It's going to be glorious, apparently, here in our neck of the woods, so that's good. I hope everybody is well. I hope you've gotten your shots. Paula, I'm so glad you popped in to say hi. Yay! It's so nice to see my friends. So please share this with your friends too. Share my videos, because that helps me a lot as well. I'd really appreciate it. Oh, one other thing I wanted to show you. Look at this. This is Paper Pumpkin for next month. Oh my God, look at these colors. Luscious, luscious, luscious. And there's a rumor that we're going to be seeing maybe some of the new in colors for the new year. So please, if you're interested in Paper Pumpkin, you need to sign up before the 10th of next month. This is really, I think this is going to be luscious. I have no idea what they've got for us, but one can suspect we've got kiwis and strawberries in there somewhere, and watermelon, because you can see it on the flyer. So anyway, that's that. Well, good morning. I hope that you can
I know I'm a minute or so
join
early,
me next
but
Friday,
I'm just gonna
same time,
hop
same
on,
place,
and if anybody's
and
with
we'll
me,
have a
just
great
give me a
fun
little
thing to
hi.
show you next week.
Heads up that you're with me.
Enjoy, be well,
just
be
making sure
safe.
you have
I love
everything
you
that I
all.
need right
Namaste.
here. I always
Where
think
are
I
you?
do, and then
Whoops.
you know me.
Wait a minute.
I always
I
have
think
to find something or don't find.
You know what I just did? I had, never mind. I'm so technologically dumb. Anyway, okay. Enjoy your weekend. I love you all. Namaste. Bye-bye.